Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by HoodTech Productions or HoodTech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC. The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time. It's time. Get ready. Get ready. Let's do it.
What it do, my Facebook, Facebook and everybody else out there? What it do, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech Presents the HoodCast. www.hoodtechproductions.com. This is HoodCast 225. Let me see is my mic right, because not my mic, but my video has been kind of fucking up. There you go. Still fucking up. I am your boy, G-Mac, the boss, along with my counterparts, William Biggums.
What's up, people? How y'all feeling?
And Jen Ear. HoodCast 325.
That's right.
It is Black what?
History Month.
Oh yeah. What did he say? Black
They give us the shortest month of the year, so we got to make the most of it.
Right.
What is your Black History Month celebration entail, Jen? What are you be planning for the Black History Month?
We have that soul food festival that raises money for victims of sex trafficking.
Nice. When is that happening?
That will happen on the 16th.
Very good. Very good. Always good to have a good charitable.
And then we will be teaching financial literacy. We have a tentative date. We have been set on one to all of the seniors that will be graduating in May about financial aid and the different types of loans not to get into debt.
Nice.
And pretty much giving them scholarship options and when to apply and how to apply for those.
Great.
We want to keep young people out of debt.
That's dope. I worked with the Arkansas Financial Literacy Board when I was there, and it was really good. We had actually, I can't think of his name, Republican state representative, which I never thought I'd be in a room with a Republican and it wouldn't be some furniture getting moved around. But actually, dude turned out to be really cool, and he was on some. I'm gonna teach y'all the secrets that most people don't know about literacy, financial literacy. And I mean, dude was dropping some jewels. I mean, it's some real
financial literacy.
Build your credit
right now.
All that kind of stuff.
62% of African Americans, when they graduate from an institution of higher learning, they graduate in debt. Because what they don't teach you is that change check is not for you to go get an Airbnb, a hotel room, or a rental car to stunt for the gram.
It ain't.
No. What happens is it is the overhead because you borrowed too much money.
Right.
And what happens is you have to understand the interest rates on these loans and what this means. So the goal is to only borrow what you need. Nothing more, nothing less. And we need to emphasize the importance of work study programs and these scholarships that can be renewed every semester. So, more and more of our minority students are deciding to attend institution of higher learning. And also HBCUs. Also, we're also doing some stuff with the DACA program, the Dreamers, those immigrant children as well.
That's a lot going on for Black History Month. That's dope.
Yeah, so I do this every year. I've been doing this probably for about the last 7.
Nice. Look at Jen out here making the world a better place.
Right. Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
That's what's happening
right now.
I'm really proud of you, Jen. That's dope. That's dope.
You know what I'm doing for Black History Month, Biggs?
What you doing?
Eating roadkill?
You doing what? You giving the world a HoodCast?
Bring the world a HoodCast because I am G-Mac, the boss, baby. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Yes.
Look what happened to me today.
What the fuck is that? Oh, you broke a nail.
Yeah.
Oh, you snatched off a whole nail. You ain't break a nail.
Yeah. Well, no, I broke it. I still have the bed and the
Ugh,
I just don't have the tip.
that's so nasty. Anyway, well, for Black History Month, I'm just gonna be black all month. I was Hispanic last month, so this month we're gonna be black.
Stop.
You know,
You stop that right now.
that's the beauty of being me. I get to pick which group I want to be in.
Jesus.
So
Everybody stop what you're doing. Wave to mama.
hey, mama. Actually, we did I was celebrating Native American heritage last month with the other side of the family. So this month, celebrating with this side of the family, and we're gonna be black this month.
Okay, so you all know that my eldest son is in an institution of higher learning.
Mm-hmm.
My son
Yeah,
said something to me. No, he's not, unfortunately.
Traitor.
But guess what?
What's
Guess what? It's free.
What school?
So, A-State.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, he damn near an HBCU.
Definitely ain't no
You almost an HBCU.
so
A-State?
A-State.
Hell no.
So it was free. Stay out of this. He mentioned something that absolutely got me to thinking. So, like I said, the ice apocalypse happened, and I spend more time watching documentary films than anything. So I was watching something where this guy had killed a bunch of people.
Oh, that sounds like a nice family feature.
And you know, this is before the implementation of DNA, because it happened in the late 70s, early 80s, where the most you can get out of DNA is pretty much male, female, but you couldn't get the intricacies of it.
Right. And if you was black, you was automatically guilty. Okay, so go ahead.
Right. So years down the road, this guy's legit like 75, 76 years old. And they found out he was the killer through, like, what is that? 23andMe, the family tree stuff where you scan your DNA. Yes.
Sent his shit in and got busted.
No, what it was one of his distant relatives who happened to be a criminal, and there was a hit in CODA. If y'all don't know what CODA is, that's the national database where they keep all this DNA, and they went and got this guy. He's on oxygen, he's in hospice, but he was a serial killer.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
But that is not the caveat, ladies and gentlemen. This is what made all the... There's more. This is what got me to thinking with Miles. Miles said, Mom, he said, okay, that's great that they can catch a criminal with this. But he said, with all this creepy stuff they're doing with DNA, they're not disposing of it after they find all your cousins.
Something that's food for thought. What are they doing with it?
Exactly. Just like there's another... I don't want to ruin this documentary for everybody, but there's a documentary on Netflix about this guy who, remember when artificial insemination became popular, like in the 80s? Mm-hmm. Instead of him using donor, he used his own.
Oh, yeah, it was a doctor that did that.
Yeah. And
they got like 20-some kids.
No. The final count was like 70 plus.
Yeah, my man got damn near 100 kids.
I wanted to try to do some shit like that. Could you just imagine, like, 100 G-Max running around this motherfucker?
First of all, you're black and child support would kill you.
Kill you? You're black and child support would kill you.
Forgive me, Lord.
See, G-Mac, you're a good father, so you don't know how to be a deadbeat dad. You be broke as fuck out here, boy, trying to take care of
boy.
But listen, check this out. There were guys that I knew in college that did that. Because of how much
donated sperm?
For it. Yes. These were like sperm. Look, well, first of all, look how they get it from you.
Right.
But they were paying at that time because of black. Listen, there were a lot of black women that were over a certain age that were professional who could not find anybody out here that was genetically sound. They would go to these clinics and find out there were not very many minority donors. So there were guys that I went to college with that made upwards of $2,000 to $10,000 a vial because you had these black
vial?
A vial.
Damn, I missed that.
That's a lot of jacking off, boy.
I
Your
had
mouth probably. Hey, just imagine, dude.
and
They're
walk
like
around
this
one
big,
big
even
ass
small.
arm
They're
and a
about this
fat ass
big.
wallet.
Yo, for real though, they're about this big. They're probably about that big, and they're about that wide. So just imagine how much a nigga gotta
This
ejaculate
just
to fill that
took
bitch
a
up.
bad turn.
I'm just saying,
Well,
you said $2,000 to
Ejaculate.
$10,000. You know how much motherfuckers is doing that for free?
Right.
They can get
Don't
paid
tell
for
people,
it.
boy.
They can
Look.
get paid for it.
but
Stroke
listen,
all
here's what's
dudes
very
on.
interesting about this.
Me and all my sons be
Because
lined up out there like, let's go.
here's what's
Right.
very interesting, because you had these women looking in a catalog and they were seeing blonde hair, blue eyes, white guys, attorneys, engineers, down to a black guy walking in there, and you got black women who, because artificial insemination is not cheap, you had black women coming in here, and the closest suitors that they could find to father children close to the African American was either of Cuban descent,
Right.
Sicilian, Indian, or Cape Verdean, but not African American. So when you open this catalog and you find out that this guy is a math major, black, engineer, psychology major, professor, or anything of that nature, it was selling. And they were
Right.
calling these guys that I know in there like, hey, we out.
We need you to come here for a refill, buddy. We got to re-up on that good juice. We need that baby butter.
And you know what?
Don't mess up your wrist too bad now.
Listen.
Hey, keep that hand
We
strong,
can't show you
son.
how to use the other one. That's why you got two hands.
Hope you're ambidextrous with that thing, boy, because you're going to be
Right,
working overtime
right.
tonight.
Just like milking a cow.
They put you in a room with like 10 vials and be like, all right, we'll be back in an hour.
You know what, Biggs? I expect that behavior out of him, not you.
I never
I didn't
donated
expect
though.
that out of you.
I remember when it was going down, but like it was the 80s. I was a teenager.
Well, that's what I'm. But you know what? The years that you were in college, that's when that was at the heights.
I remember cats giving blood and all that kind of shit.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I ain't know cats was donating.
Plasma ain't it. There's still a market for it. Now you're not gonna make up to $10,000 at this point, but you make pretty good.
G-Mac,
see
how we gonna finance this restaurant?
Hey,
go ahead and work that arm out. Get ready.
Hey,
get exercise. Get this
right behind you, bro.
I feel so uncomfortable. Don't say
right
behind.
No, not behind me, bro. You
don't say
actually different room. We won't be in the same room.
But okay.
Damn.
Okay, just go ahead
Ain't that weird?
up here, because here's a very interesting news story. So some years back, after I had completed my nursing program, my graduate level, there was a lady whose son was in a car accident. It was her only son. She did, in fact, have a daughter. So her goal in life was to see her son have children. The boy was in a coma. He was brain dead.
Oh, don't tell me this. I know where you're going. I'm gonna mute this. So I won't.
Have you heard this story?
No, I haven't heard it, but it's like a Netflix film. I can see where this is going.
He was brain dead.
Oh,
so
man.
she was on Montel Williams' show. She was on several other news shows because they were talking about the inhumanity of keeping someone alive like that. Her goal was to find a woman to be artificially inseminated by her son, and then she would disconnect him from life support. Now,
I mean, couldn't they just have frozen his sperm and then have to just keep him on life support?
It's the way they would have to get it.
Yeah.
Because he was brain dead.
Right.
I mean, they could have just inserted a thing and put. I don't know how that works down there. It's okay. I'm not a doctor.
They would have to electrocute him to get it.
Right. Right. Because he can't stimulate his own self
through the prostate gland. They would have to shock him.
Yeah.
What? He already dead in a coma or whatever, and y'all
can't feel it.
Shit, I'm
sorry. But it's still the inhumanity of it.
Yeah, that shit's real inhumane. That's fucking inhumane right there. That's fucked up.
So
that'll bring a dead motherfucker back right there, boy. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Give me the shivers just thinking about that shit. That's crazy. Jen had to run off. She had a moment, but G-Mac, would you ever be interested in donating your baby butter?
I donated it for free. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said, I've been spreading this shit around for years.
Spread the love. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't selfish. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Everybody
never
line
that.
up.
I would like to procreate.
You get some butter. You get some butter. You get some
Right.
butter.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Just out here.
So love
Like
to
the
spread.
Pope, just out here.
I can spread this love forever, baby.
Oh my goodness. Well, Jen, you brought the topic up. So what'd you expect it to do? You didn't
like
think it was gonna stay
White,
mature, did you?
motherfucker.
You didn't expect us to be adults about this. That would have been foolish on your part.
Right.
Well, we got a lot of good topics to talk about tonight. Congress is going crazy, as usual. So we're gonna talk about that. We got some more information. Well, not information, but if you've been watching the news, you know, another cop got suspended or whatever from Memphis. So they're like a total of 7 now. Like a total of 7 guys.
7 and 2 EMTs.
Oh, the EMT. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about that too.
What they kill or something?
We got a special guest that we're working on. We finally come to some agreements. I sent him some promo stuff last night, and once he gets back with some approvals, we're gonna make the announcement. But we got a big guest coming. It's a big deal. He's a big dog. He's been in big places doing big things, and you don't want to miss this show. Hopefully, we'll have him back here by the 13th. If all works out well, because press of this caliber, you got to deal with managers and images and all that kind of shit. But let's just say he's shared a lot of stages with some of the biggest stars in the world, and one of them's going on tour right now, so we got to get him before he gets out on the road. So we'll be talking about that too, and as soon as we close that deal, we'll have him here for y'all. And for our more conservative listeners, I'm working on a guest for you guys too. Someone from the opposite side of the aisle, and I don't know what y'all think this show is. I don't know if y'all think we're liberal or we're conservative, whatever. Mostly we're just foolish, but I'm a socially liberal person, but economically conservative. I consider myself conservative.
I'm a feminist.
She's a feminist, and so we're gonna have someone that can give a different point of view here. So we got a lot coming up in this year's HoodCast. What'd you say?
Here's a story.
And for those of you that kind of latched on to G-Mac's discussion / rant about immigrants in New York City, hey, that's what this show is about. We need diverse opinions.
Right.
So y'all can't be
you know what? I have videos, but I've been so busy doing other stuff. It's coming, y'all. Next time, cause these motherfuckers still up here tripping.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, bitch, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Passport Bros?
Heard of what?
Passport Bros.
Passport
These
Bros.
are men who date outside the U.S., outside of their race, because they have issues with black women.
No, I never heard of Passport Bros. But
that is not what it is, Gene.
Oh, so you know what? I tell you what. Hold on to that thought. Because we have officially fucked off 20 minutes of your time, and now we're gonna get to the second segment where we're gonna play some music or some videos. I don't know what the fuck G-Mac has in line, but G-Mac, could you cue that up?
We're gonna do some same old videos, the same old two. The same old 2 videos. No, I got some new videos.
Wow. I know you got some new videos. What the fuck?
Hey, we'll be right back right after this, y'all.
Let's do it.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast. Presents the HoodCast.
Yo. We have returned. Hold on, let me get them off of mute, y'all. I like to mute them because we don't want to hear that conversation. We are back, y'all. We are back. Second segment of HoodTech, the HoodCast. HoodCast number.
Man, I gotta call X. I gotta call next because I want to shoot the remix video for that Shine joint.
It is cool. I love it.
I love that song, but I definitely would have done a little something different with that video. Kept the suit though. I definitely would have kept that shiny suit. That was necessary.
I like the baked potato suit.
I like that song though. That song
character.
is a banger. That song is really a banger. I mean, it's really a banger, like a legit banger. Like it's a radio banger.
Yeah, it is.
It reminds me of Outkast type joints. I was expecting 3000 to pop in there on the back end on the remix. Like we can't hear shit over the music.
Okay, I'm just making sure it's playing. I got it.
Yeah. So yeah. So like, I gotta reach out to X because I would definitely like to shoot another video for that joint. I'm gonna bring him up here and put him on a white stage. That thing will be ridiculous. Anyway, so we were talking about passport bros before we moved to our video, bro. So Jen, you said it's for men that travel outside the country to date outside their race because they don't like black women. But
No,
you said that's not what it is. So what is it, G-Mac?
That's for any man that wants to date a woman outside of the United States.
Yeah, bring the music down a little bit, Jimmy.
Still?
That's yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
Throw your disclaimer up. Throw it up because you finna upset so many women.
Just finna piss off all the sisters in the hood.
I'm not gonna upset her because my opinion is my opinion. That's what I'm talking about, man. If I upset a woman for saying I wanted to go outside of what you call it, no, I'm not. Why did I throw that up? I'm listening to her. If I'll date who I want to date.
And you have that right, but explain why.
Man, it's no explanations because I want to date somebody outside.
That's not what you said.
Because that's what you think.
No.
It doesn't matter what you think. And we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that.
What you said.
I don't care what I said.
Y'all have tuned in for the Jen and G-Mac argument show. In this episode, Jen accuses G-Mac of inciting a riot among black women in our community.
Right.
G-Mac has taken the case of I can date who I want to date.
We ain't gonna even go there because I already know how I'm gonna get. It's gonna be real. We're gonna even go there, so we're just gonna X that.
So G-Mac, so what is the passport bros now?
The passport bros are dudes with passports that go outside of their country to get a relationship.
So you don't necessarily mean outside the race, Jan. It just means outside the country.
It could be outside the race too.
It could be all that. It could be outdoors. Right. It could be outside the neighborhood. Right. It could be outside the country. But it could be outside the race, but it don't necessarily mean that.
But look who get mad though.
Because I'm a person invested in you.
So tell me, so Jen, what is your definition?
Women gonna be black. Women gonna be mad at me.
They gonna be mad at you.
We know you don't.
Let
me just put it out here. I'm going to leave it alone because there was a conversation that he and I had off record.
Because I told her that every black woman that I've been with has fucked me over, so I want to date somebody else other than a black woman.
Well, what you got to say to that, Jen?
And I told him that what he did was he lumped all black women into his one situation.
Well, he said all black women that he's dated.
Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes me so angry.
But he said that he preferred not to date them.
Well, because of his experience. Right. It's like if I keep buying Michelin tires and they keep blowing out, you can't get mad at me when I go get some good year.
But guess what? There's still a tire. It's still a tire.
What?
It's still a tire.
It's still a tire, but maybe I don't want to buy Michelin because Michelins keep fucking up. So I go and buy a good year.
Is that just because he had a bad experience with a particular type of black woman, a certain group of black women, doesn't make them all bad.
He's not saying they're all bad. He said the ones that he dated. So he's taking a chance somewhere else.
Repeat exactly
kind of conclusions come up and shit. The bullshit. No. Yo, the whole world, man.
I'm getting heat off my heater over here.
The world shits on the black man. That's crazy. You see how quick the fans like, all black women gonna be mad at G-Mac. Why? Because I don't want to date black women no more.
Exactly. You said no more.
So is that I'm just refereeing here. So G-Mac, is that the statement you're making? You don't want to date black women no more?
Not really. Not for no relationship.
See?
No.
Well, there you go.
Love. It doesn't matter. My love is not.
So will you be roaming around the Bronx looking for something of a Hispanic persuasion?
Oh yes.
I know you'll be at a Caribbean Day, West Indian Day parade.
The fact that he said no more because of his experience. He 86 us all out.
Well, I mean, he said he's experienced, so I mean, maybe he wants to try something
Right.
else.
But that's a generalization. Because of black women, I don't want to date them no
Because of
more.
the
You
black
see what I'm
women he
saying? Right.
dated, Jen. You just keep putting words in his
Right.
mouth.
Exactly
Keep
Because
what
of
saying
I'm
the
the ones
women.
he
saying.
dated.
But it's
Well, they're
not just
saying
her though,
so.
bro.
So he don't want to keep going down the same path. He wants to try something different.
You see
What's wrong with
where,
that?
hey, where do you,
But
I
you
what
like
see
I'm
where
steak.
we
I'm
gotta
a
go
steak
experiencing,
to?
eater. I'd eat steak every night, but I know it
right.
ain't good
But
for me.
what
So
I'm
sometimes I gotta eat a little
right.
fish.
Right.
But what I'm saying
Little tofu.
is because just
Get a little
because you
tofu.
leave African American women and go date other women, they can be trifling too.
Yes, but they're
Race is
saying
not an
he gotta learn
indication.
that. He gotta learn that. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. He
He
gotta learn that.
Exactly.
will.
Because it's something what? Brand new.
Right.
My
Something
God,
brand new.
man. I guess we
Well,
supposed to just be shitted on just because I'm a nigga and shit. I'm supposed to get this shitted on for
I'm
my
a
whole fucking
nigga,
life
so
and shit.
nigga gotta do
Is
what
that what
nigga
the
gotta
fuck it's
do.
supposed to be? For
Yeah,
real?
G-Mac, ain't you learned that we supposed to suffer in silence, goddamn it? You don't be
Right. That's
running
what I'm
around here
saying.
trying to do better.
But
What's
see,
wrong with
why
you?
does it have to be like that?
Because that's
Why,
how it
as
is.
a black man, I have to like to get somebody, I
Okay,
gotta
so
what?
double
What?
amputee shot in Los Angeles.
I
I
guess we
just sent
changed
you
the
all a
subject now.
text message.
Yeah, we changed the subject now, huh? I don't want to
Uh,
change the
Was
subject.
he
I'm
shot
the
by a
boss.
black woman? It would
Right.
have been. Is he not dating black women now because he got shot? No, I heard. I saw the story though. So you got a double amputee out in California that was killed by the police after he stabbed somebody.
Damn.
So they couldn't
my
run up
thing is
behind
this: he
him.
has no legs,
Well, apparently he had
but you
arms that
blow
this was
his head
stabbing
off.
with.
Right,
Right.
but you shoot him?
Yeah,
Didn't they
Doesn't that
tase
you
him
not?
shoot,
first?
you shoot. Them
Yes,
fingers
they
ain't nothing wrong
tased
with
him
some fingers.
first,
Sound like they just tried and convicted and executed him in
all at once.
all at
Mm-hmm.
once. And the person didn't die there in a stable condition, apparently from the news story.
Wow.
And they shot him 10 times in the upper body.
Well, I guess that's a
My
bad
I
thing.
thing is
mean,
this: the man is like Patrick the Starfish. Y'all couldn't sit up here and find some other method to subdue him.
I guess somebody could have ran up on him and flipped his wheelchair over.
right.
Speaking of speaking of flipping his wheelchair over, I say that to say this. Lord forgive me for what I'm about to say.
Going to hell.
Pretty much.
Go
Some
ahead.
years, many years back,
Head
when
to
I was in
hell.
clinical rotation, I had a little patient that was in a wheelchair that was very disrespectful. Very, very
Oh man.
disrespectful.
Jen,
Oh
Jen, don't get fired. Don't tell on yourself.
I'm
oh
not. I'm
man.
not. But let me tell you what happened. He used to
Flip that
roll
boy
down
over.
the hall and call people out their name, and his gown got caught in the wheelchair and catapulted him out of his wheelchair onto the concrete floor in the nursing home. And he
That's
laid
what
there for a little while before anybody came and got him.
Oh, karma. Immediate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But you know what? After that happened, he was a model citizen.
Of course. You fall on your ass in front of the world and face plant. you ain't
Right?
got a lot of shit to talk to nobody after
But
that.
I say that to say this, y'all.
Excuse me.
Could they have not? This is the problem that I'm having with law enforcement across the board. In certain situations, you're supposed to be trained to handle certain things, especially when it comes down to the mentally ill, mentally challenged, and disabled persons. You had to shoot this brother 10 times?
But I don't know. Maybe they couldn't get near him. Maybe they tried to subdue him and they didn't want to get stabbed by a knife, so they popped his ass.
Okay, so what nationality is he again?
He
He's
black.
black.
He
Why he got shot 10
black.
times?
He black. He black. He got
That's
shot 10
exactly
times
why
because
he got
he was
shot 10
wielding
times.
he had just stabbed somebody. He was wielding a knife. If they tried to approach him, I guess they tried to tase him. The taser didn't work.
Could he?
I don't know. It seems to me though, part of the problem is you got a bunch of scary ass cops.
Exactly.
I
I'll
mean,
give
I
you a
get it.
perfect
You picked
example.
the most dangerous job in
I
the
don't know
world.
now. You know, if he stabbed somebody already, you know the damage you could do with a knife, bro.
Yeah.
He's in
Like,
a wheelchair. You can't get
it,
behind him.
what you
But
talking about?
apparently the other
If
person
he can
couldn't get
cut you
from
in
away
your
from him
thigh, hit
either.
that
He
collide,
stabbed
it's
somebody.
over.
See, here's the thing.
Man,
And I think this is where my problem comes because
that's that personal shit right
we'll
there.
we'll say, oh, don't treat people with disabilities different. They should have the same opportunities. Da, da, da,
No,
da.
you can be flipped out of a wheelchair if you piss somebody off.
But what I'm saying is though, if
I've done it.
you run up on somebody in a wheelchair that's wielding a knife,
No, you can't say run up on somebody. Wait a minute.
I'm just saying, if you approach someone in a wheelchair wielding a knife, and you got motherfuckers that play basketball in wheelchairs, they quick, they know how to move, they
And they
whatever.
strong as fuck upper
That's what
body.
I'm saying. So if they ran up on him, I hate to use that phrase again, but if they ran up on him and they thought, hey, I can get stabbed versus shooting. Now maybe 10 times was a little excessive.
And yo,
because it sounded like they just gunned him
down.
down.
A lot of vital points below the waist. You see what I'm saying? A lot of vital points.
Maybe not for him, but my whole point
I'm talking about like if the police would have tried to come up on him thinking, oh, he just in a wheelchair or whatever.
Yeah, they could have got stabbed.
If he got that knife, they could have got stabbed and could have killed him. You see what I'm saying?
A cop could have. I mean, the thing is though, the cops, we always say they need more training, But
the training isn't working. We saw this with Tyree Nichols, whose funeral was yesterday.
Yeah, but that don't have nothing to do with training. Shit was some.
That was a plot.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. That was a plot. That's all that was.
Jalen, I can't think of Jalen's last name, who was murdered last year in Texas. His mother came to the funeral and sang on his behalf and embraced Tyree Nichols' mother.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's like I said, that's a horrible sorority to be in. I've heard it said on the news several times, but you got a lot of mothers out here mourning children killed by cops.
And Al Sharpton said something that I loved on yesterday. He said, you need to keep the same attitude on the white side of the fence that you keep on the black side of the fence when it comes down to protecting and serving the community. Yeah. What I'm getting very tired of is seeing something work for one and it doesn't work for the other. I had never been more proud of Pulaski County Sheriff's deputies in handling a naked man swinging a dead armadillo in my life.
I don't think you can kill anybody with a dead armadillo, though. Not unless you hit him on the ground, beat him over the head with it. It's not a deadly weapon. It's an armadillo. Now, a live armadillo, you getting shot. I'm sorry. I'm not getting bit. I'm not getting bit because you want to be swinging the armadillo out here. And you naked.
I think the armadillo died in the process of being swung. I don't know. I haven't asked my uncle. But
you gotta wonder what he was doing with that armadillo naked before he was dead. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. You know, what's the nature? We really need to investigate the nature of his relationship with that armadillo.
Hold on. I am so sorry, Uncle Lorenzo. Rest in peace.
Just saying. You got a dead armadillo, a naked man. I come up on that scene. I'm reaching for my gun. I'm sorry, before I approach anybody, I'm pulling out a weapon because you swing. You naked with an armadillo. Seems to me like you asking for it. But anyway, this brother that got killed in his wheelchair, it's going to be an investigation. It's going to be thoughts and prayers. It's going to be all the same old bullshit that it always is.
And that's what I'm tired of.
We're all tired of it. The only problem is, though, you got to get to the top of the pyramid in order to fix the problem.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the case of Tyree, hell, the top of the pyramid might have been the problem because the new chief is the one that created that force. The same one she had created in Atlanta.
Yo, that's why they're trying to be too much like CIS.
What I'm saying, though, the same task force that she had created, the Red Dog, down in Atlanta, they were known for excessive force, excessive violence, blah, 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 blah. So she came and brought it right to Tennessee. You got to ask yourself, why did she leave there and come here? Was she in trouble there and she came here? See, that's what you got to ask. Like, you got too many cops.
That's another thing. They're passing stuff. What I'm noticing is with a lot of these police chiefs that leave one state and come to another state and another city, a lot of them are bringing their problems.
Yeah, they're bringing their problems. I mean, shit, they move policemen around the way the fucking Catholic Church was moving around fucking, child molesters.
True.
See what I'm saying? So if you got a bad cop and you got bad leadership, fucking shaking the dice and shuffling the cards and putting the same motherfuckers out there is not going to work. I think the database, it definitely needs to be in a national database. You got a national database on criminals. Why we can't get a national database on bad cops?
We should. Because they are criminals. They just released the name of the white cop that physically pulled him out of the car that got the ball rolling.
Why did they wait so long to see? And this is why they wait so long to tell us who the white boy was? They had the brothers on front and center.
You ready, love?
Hands are cold.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Plain cornflakes, warm potato salad with raisins, male sapiens.
Well,
inhabitants of the mountains of Caucasus.
I thought that was coming next. Mm-hmm. So what they wanted to do was make sure that he was definitely involved before.
Hide him. Yeah.
Because I guess the narrative was working for the black cops to kill the black guy. Oh shit, it's a white dude involved. And we don't need another racial thing in here.
They made him do it. Oh, he was trying to help.
But he pulled him out, and he the one that tased him too, right? When the white boys tased him, and he was the one that said, I hope that when they catch him, they stomp him. Mm-hmm. And he was running 800 yards from his house. He was trying to get home. Mm-hmm. He was on his way back to work.
So they still ain't doing nothing to this dude yet, huh?
Not the white boy. They have not touched him yet.
And he on leave or some shit.
Paid. He's getting paid.
Well, the other guys are facing fucking manslaughter charges now, murder charges. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we need to have that justice equally distributed.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need to have the justice equally distributed. Our other topic that I really want to talk about is Congress, because that's my favorite topic.
I was listening about that this morning on the podcast.
I love a pack of fuckers in a room. I love them. I love Capitol Hill. I used to work in Capitol Hill. It was a great place. The lunch was amazing. You? I've been a lot of places, Jen. I've been around. Hence my disgust.
You know what? We were talking about bigs at work.
Don't be talking about me at work.
One of the you got a little girlfriend at work, but anyway.
Oh, what's up, baby?
One of the nurses at work was like, she said, Biggs comes off as a professor.
Yeah. I've heard that because I taught at a college, so.
So, but go ahead, Capitol Hill. She's just enamored with him for whatever reason.
You tell her I'm taken, but she's about 30 years late with that.
I think it was that and the day of cheese.
Yeah, the day of cheese get them every time. Hoes love some cheese.
Wow.
Hoes love some cheese.
I'm sorry, Rita. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't calling Rita hoe. I'm just saying. Women in general, they like men that eat healthy cheeses. So what I was saying was, when I was on Capitol Hill, first of all, when you work, that's like being in a family of motherfuckers. Like everybody know everybody, Republicans, Democrat. I tell people all the time, when you watch Republicans, well, not now, now it's crazier, but back in the day, you would see them arguing on the House floor. Then the same two guys would go down to the Senate dining hall and eat lunch together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was like the WWE. Everybody's mad in front of the camera, but then when the camera goes off, they all go back in the same fucking room and have lunch and be like, "That was a good one." That kind of shit. Now I think it's a lot less. It's a lot of theater, but these people are genuinely some evil motherfuckers that are in Congress now. We got a bunch of election deniers and January 6th supporters and all kind of shit running through the halls of Congress. And the bad part about it is, but they're not doing shit. They don't have a plan. They don't have an agenda.
What's the law? What's the justice? It's only against black people.
But guess what? It's like the mafia. It truly is.
It's worse
and I mean, you got Taylor Green. Excuse me.
That wasn't very subtle. You're supposed to hide it under the sneeze.
Taylor Green and McCarthy, and it's just such chaos and disorder.
Well, she's working on a book deal and trying to get more people to come to her honky tonk bar. That's all she's working. That's what she's there for.
Honky tonk bar.
That's what she's there for. She's trying to secure her Fox News spot. She's trying to get enough controversy to get her followers up so she can raise donations. For them, it's fundraising because they get to keep some of the money. That's all it is.
What?
Well, I tell you what, Miss Green, I give you all my loving if you want it.
That girl got a hard face, J-Mac. If you go ahead and get that passport, you can leave the country and find somebody.
Yeah, please. You know what? I will finance your trip. Anybody.
There's prettier women in WWE, for God's sake.
Hey, I'm trying to get that Congress money, baby. You see what I'm saying? Hey, look at my
some of that PPP loan she got the write off. But what I'm really concerned about is these committee assignments, man. They are coming in and wrecking havoc. They're putting clowns on committees. I mean, they're literally clowns. Like I'm talking about colorful
Santos
wigs and red noses. Huh?
Santos backed off. Did you hear about this? He backed off.
Backed off of what? He won't quit.
He's not, but he did back off from it. He did back off from the committee.
Well, the thing about it is, at this point, he's trying to figure out how to get out of the news cycle. So he don't want nothing that's going to have a camera in his face. He's happy that everybody's messing with Omar right now, asking her how she feels about them trying to kick her off the committee. So he's like, "Oh yeah, go across the hall and fuck with her." She's not
going without a fight. She said she is not going without a fight.
I don't really know what kind of fight she can put up when the Speaker of the House is the one who does committee assignments. So
which is McCarthy. So she can't fight that. What they're trying to do is they're trying to level the playing field to wreak even more havoc.
Well, one thing about it is, though, even if you got a committee and something comes out of committee, it's still got to be voted on by the entire body. So if the committee is coming with bullshit, the body's going to vote against it. And then even if it gets through House, it's got to go over to the Senate. And the Senate's going to be like, no. You got the same situation you had when Trump was president. It's just flip-flop. It's now the House is Democratic and the House is Republican and the Senate is Democratic. Before it's the other way. So you still got basically a stalemate and ain't shit gonna get done. Very little is gonna get done. And especially when you got a Republican Party that does not have a platform. They literally don't have a platform. They keep asking
Trump still. He finna run.
That's not a platform. That's a fucking character, dude. I could run the little old man from the Muppets as far as that's concerned.
It don't matter what nobody said. That character
Those are my dudes,
was president. He was president of the United States.
Yeah, he was.
No matter how he got it. Shit.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of people give credence to the office, but they don't give respect to the person. Most people will walk out of them and be like, oh, he used to be president of the United States. Most people are going to see that motherfucker and be like, you were the worst president of the United States.
Right. I mean, he
got more indictments, more convictions. Yeah. And you tried to overthrow the goddamn government. Has there ever been a president try to overthrow the government? I don't know if anyone has done that.
No.
Exactly. So I don't think anybody's going to ever go, oh, but he was president of the United States. You don't get props for that.
But
he conned his way in. Okay.
Well, he did all that, but he still. I mean, it's still motherfuckers that love his dirty draws, bro.
They love him because they stupid. They love him because they stupid, man. Trump supporters are not very smart people. They aren't. Even the ones that
he got a lot of billionaires and millionaires and
well, they like him because his policies, bro. They like him for his policies, but they would not leave him alone in a room with their daughter or their wallet. Think about that.
The man was attracted to his own niece.
The man's a fucking perv. But at any rate, the whole point being, Trump will never ever go down in history as being a good president. He's gonna be the most controversial. You're gonna have some people like, oh, did he expose Washington? No, he didn't expose Washington. We knew what Washington was. He made Washington not function.
He exposed Washington for them.
Yeah, well, I don't know who he exposed it for. I mean, folks on this side, we've always known what Washington is. That's why it's been so adamant about voting and getting behind a candidate. Now, I won't say 9 times out of 10, but quite often the candidate you're seeing is not the same guy you get back after his first term, male or female. Very few stay the same. They go in with great ideals, then they see how things work, and they get turned and twisted a little bit, especially in those latter years when they start stacking that money. When you 80-something years old and you still in Congress, you ain't getting paid.
You can't even talk down there. Pissing on yourself, got diapers on it.
All right, let's play some music when we come back with the third segment.
All right, y'all.
Bang.
Bang, bang. We shall be right. Oh, not that one. Yeah, that's the one right there. Yeah. I was Mr. Boy, y'all. We'll be right back right after this.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Yeah, man, like you float, like you, yeah, bitch, yeah, like you a pimp or something.
You already know Gio got that song.
I'm steady killing beats, killing shit like Jason. If they try to rob, off my hip I face them. And these ain't normal Glocks, these equipped with lasers. I don't entertain no beef unless it's about my paper. She like, boy, you evil, and her drink like Freddy. Cut the traction off, let me know you ready. We finna slide the cat, it can get real scary. I ain't finna chase no hoe, this ain't Tom and Jerry. Bitch, I go by goon, I ain't no fucking gangster. I can't trust nobody, lost my mind, I walk around with my banger. You could be my people, but ain't real close, might as well be a stranger. I ain't been the same, lost my people, it made me feel anger. Hey, hold on, let's go real slow. I ain't finna switch the beat up, but it's cash goon flow. This that cat goon flow. I ain't finna switch the beat up. This that cat goon flow. I'm steady killing beats, killing shit like Jason. If they try to rob, off my hip I face them. And these ain't normal Glocks, these equipped with lasers. I don't entertain no beef unless it's about my paper. I'm steady killing beats, killing shit like Jason. If they try to rob, off my hip I face them. And these ain't normal Glocks, these equipped with lasers. I don't entertain no beef unless it's about my paper. Killing shit like Jason, I ain't talking about that Rain Man. Like I dropped some ketchup, help my brother catch that stain, man. You just rap about it, I ain't hearing shit you saying, man. Lil bear in my tea, all black, then I spit the band. You ain't fucking with me, nigga. Nope. I ain't worried about them, do a show with all my niggas. Ooh, I said my niggas, boy, I mean my fucking killers. Boy, we go crazy, go gorilla. Steady killing beats, killing shit like Jason. If they try to rob, off my hip I face them. And these ain't normal Glocks, these equipped with lasers. I don't entertain no beef unless it's about my paper. Steady killing beats, killing shit like Jason. If they try to rob, off my hip I face them. And these ain't normal Glocks, these equipped with lasers. I don't entertain no beef unless it's about my paper. Hey, Friday 13th.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
It's so adorable, man. It's just too fucking adorable. It's just too adorable. We back where we back. Third and final segment. HoodCast 325.
Yes.
What I'm gonna say it now. If you would like your music or your video played on HoodTech Presents the HoodCast, please do not hesitate to send us your original MP3 or MP4 to the HoodCast at gmail.com.
That's right.
HoodCast gmail.com. Now,
do it. Get it on in there.
Biggs, the unit was called Scorpion Unit.
Yeah, Scorpion
And
Unit.
that unit is being investigated. That was just sent to me by our special on-the-ground correspondent, my son Miles.
Yeah. Now, the unit she had in Atlanta was called Red Dog.
It was Red Dog. She called this
run
one
every
Scorpion.
drug dealer out of Georgia. Apparently, they ran the chief of police out of Georgia. So
I guess
anyway. So now, can we talk about dicks in the parking lot? Woo!
Dicks.
Okay. You know what that
Random
reminded me
dicks in the
of?
parking lot.
That reminded me of my first 2 hours in New York.
You found a dick in the parking lot in New York?
No, I just remember I saw all of them.
That's
Remember, I was telling y'all I kept seeing like people. Anyway, I called G today, and he was giggling at me because what I'm tired of seeing is one thing to go on YouTube and see clickbait, but it is another to get a message on your phone of a name of an article, and you see this, and you're like,
I gotta click it. I got to click it.
Because I wanted to know, like,
How?
did someone lose it? Did it fall off?
Well, wait a minute, give us some background for you, because I'm sure right now people are wondering what the fuck you're talking about. So,
okay, so there was a news
details
article.
on the dick. Yes.
We are so childish.
I know.
There was a news article that came across my phone on the Newsbreak app, and it says fox5newyork.com. Police were investigating the discovery of a human penis in the parking lot at a gas station. So I called G-Mac. I said, G, there's something I need to discuss because I'm disturbed.
I'm triggered.
I'm like, what's going on? So I clicked the
around
article.
Here wasting good dick. Okay. Just throwing dicks out the window. What's going on?
Right.
You need to put that dick away. You know hard times is coming. Save your dicks for later. In a recession out here, you out here throwing away dicks. What's wrong with you? You know the cost of dick nowadays? It's higher than eggs. Y'all ain't seen G-Mac's OnlyFans. You know what niggas are charging for dick right now?
Shit.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jen. You were saying. So it was a dick in the parking lot.
Run, mama. Run.
I'm sorry, mama.
So basically what happened, this happened in Alabama, and this is a really bad way to lead an article. There was a motorcycle accident, and in this motorcycle accident, this guy was hit by multiple vehicles and was eviscerated. There were pieces of him laying all over the highway.
Apparently.
And this gives a whole new meaning to having your dick knocked in the dirt because it's laying in the parking lot.
And the weird part is though, that didn't happen on the highway not too far from the gas station. But have they confirmed that it was his penis? Maybe it was another penis. It could have been a random penis. Right. They do a DNA match to make sure that was his penis.
Right.
Did they get a penis print?
A what?
A penis print, duh.
Get a penis print.
How the hell you think they make all these toys? A penis print.
What did you do on the weekend?
Did they put out an APB? Was there a missing dick bulletin, anything like that? When I saw this, I immediately thought Lorena Bobbitt. I was like, somebody else got caught slipping.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what she said. I was like, damn.
And, somebody ran up on him and
cut
snipped
another nigga dick off. God.
Because when that happened, I was in junior high school. And I always wondered, one, why did she take it with her? And two, why did she throw it out the window?
Right.
Well,
why did she take it?
With technology these days, it's so easy. They can sew it back on and it'll be tip top in about another 2 weeks.
This ain't Star Wars, nigga. It don't work that quick. Say you ain't put another hand on Luke out here. You might sew it back on, but I don't think it's not like a worm. It don't grow another one. You think it's Deadpool? Just grow back.
I mean, when I saw this article and I started reading it, that's what I thought about. And then too, can you imagine being the crime scene technician looking for it?
I'm sure they've seen worse though.
Yeah, but come on, man. Come on, you're a crime scene technician. You get dispatched and they tell you what you're looking for. You gonna think somebody playing. Because I would.
Yeah, but you know what though? You work in the medical field. You probably seen some shit I ain't never seen before.
Yeah, because we had a guy whose wife was out of town many years ago, and he got stuck.
In what?
One of her items got stuck.
Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, hold on. Where was it stuck?
Double take.
It was stuck on him or stuck in her?
On him.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. So his wife is out of town.
And not on him because it can't get stuck on. It had to be in.
Right.
Oh, so he was okay. At this point is where I throw a red flag on the conversation.
Right.
This shit
a
right
red, yellow, and a green one.
I got a little twitch in my face. I got gas. That ain't right.
But here's what made it even worse. One, the x-ray photo. Ooh. Two, the fact that he had to have surgery. And three,
to get it out?
the fact that he... Mm-hmm. Three, the fact that he... Oh, it was in there. Three...
Fuck.
He asked
like
for it
deep
back.
Don't the dog.
He wanted it. Oh, because he had to clean it up and not tell his wife.
Yeah, because apparently
he didn't want to admit to his wife that his boyfriend just wasn't available that weekend.
Right.
Here we go. Okay. On that nasty story, let's get to random statements, y'all. This has been the most disgusting HoodCast in the history of nasty HoodCast.
Earl.
Okay.
Earl Davis.
So I'm gonna do my random statement first. We always make Jen go first. We give her time to Google her.
Yeah, I was gonna make her go first this time.
You don't quit saying I Google stuff.
All right.
That's what's gonna happen.
So my random statement for tonight is don't be afraid of challenges. Actually go out and seek challenges.
Okay.
Easy living is the next thing to death. You want challenges at all times. Don't be afraid of them.
Jen E, you want to go next?
Sure. A broke clock is right at least twice a day.
Man, I swear she's looking on Hallmark for that shit. Man,
my dad taught us that.
That's an old saying. Yeah.
Even twice a day.
At least twice a day.
Well, I'm finna come up with an old saying too because this is a saying that I feel needs to be said. My sons, though, this is my I crafted this motto and made it my own. My number one motto, and I go by this day by day. Is what I base my thoughts and everything off of. Action speaks louder than words.
I thought you was gonna say
20,000%.
That's
Action
right.
Speaks louder than words. So, when motherfuckers say something, the way they're acting is the absolute truth. I always remember that.
Like they say, don't trust what they say. Watch what they do.
Right.
Question.
Y'all thought I was gonna say something and do something stupid.
How
is
your chocolate sales going? He has regular chocolate and special chocolate.
Yeah, special chocolates. Actually, I'm just really putting them on sale now because we got a couple of more weeks. Actually, we have a couple of more weeks for
Valentine's
Day, and we have another week for
HoodCast week. Good Tech Week, baby. Everybody's birthday. Jen, this is your first year for Hood Tech Week because it's the week that all our birthdays are.
Yeah.
Back in the day with the Hood Tech crew, we used to have like birthday celebrations for the entire month of February. So yes, Jen, I'll be a little older.
You stop doing that.
I'll be a little older in a couple of weeks, and you can continue to make fun of me.
No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop with the ageism. But I will say that I've been a victim of sexism because I have to wear clothing.
Because you what?
I have to wear clothes.
You gotta work close. You want to be bucket ass naked.
Now, Jen, listen. If you don't want to wear clothes during the HoodCast, we just need to see the outfit for approval before presentation on the show. What we're trying to make sure is that your mama don't pull you off the show because you
right.
And we ain't trying to embarrass your sons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't want that.
Right
now, the viewership might go up, but I'm not one to.
But you know what?
I
wish y'all could see the text message in my phone from the parking lot store.
You just got one? Read it to us, please.
Mama, who in God's name would post a story about a tallywhacker laying in the parking lot and not say why it's laying in the parking lot?
Tallywhacker. That's definitely your mama. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. This has been HoodCast 325. You got tallywhackers in Congress.
Tallywhackers in motherfucking Congress. World, thank y'all for dealing with us again. Yo,
hit another hour.
Hit that like button. You know y'all are. Subscribe to all of you new people that are like, what's this HoodCast shit? Listen to
Thank you to the 151 people that are watching right now.
Notification button.
You feel what I'm saying? 3,000 more that's coming.
Yes. We do it every Monday and Thursday. So
that's right.
We shall see y'all Monday.
Peace.
Yeah. Have a hood day, everybody.
Have a hood day.
Have a hood day.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast.